I don't think I'll ever regret doing NSMQ. If I had a chance to do it so many times, I would go for that.
Fansfield is a school that is known for putting like good performances in NSMQ. So whenever there is a loss of any kind, especially of the kind that we put up, the reception can never ever be a good one. So
I've had some arguments with some of my mates and even TAs. Some of them are like, no, your performance on stage was too good. Moving on to finals, and then you're just picking up biology questions, picking riddles on second clue. It's too good.
Well, I feel like they are very normal considering the preparation we put in, because we used to study a lot, prayers to weren't taken lightly at all. So I feel like based on the amount of effort we put in, the performance that we were putting out was expected of us, to be honest.
Before coming to the university, I was pretty much aware of what I was going to meet. So I braced myself for it. Because even when I came, the pressure alone was just too much to handle at the beginning. So many random people texting you, you're walking, and you're like, I know you. Yes. NSMQ has taught me a lot. I've learned to become resilient. I will never give up on anything I'm doing. I will never give up, because I've failed so many times in our training rooms.
Yeah, in general, everyone put in what they had to do, and then when we had to go and deliver at nationals, it all went smoothly according to plan, and then we were able to bring the trophy.
I love what you said, when we had to go and deliver. So it's not just a matter of preparation, delivery also matters, right? Yeah. This is the CJpy podcast, where we turn real stories into real skill. My name is Chris, and I'm the president-elect for Elisa University and the founder of CJpy. CJpy is an initiative to help students bridge the gap between classroom theory and real-life technical skills, especially in this fast-evolving AI world. Here with me are two incredible minds from last year's National Science and Math quiz. They are very pivotal contestants, and they'll be here to share their stories. We want to go back and highlight some of their moments during their wins, their downsides, and to learn from those experiences as well, right? So we're going to start soon, but before we do, there's also a twist to this. We are going to talk about how they've shifted that drive into code now. Let's get into it. All right, so you introduce yourselves.
Okay. My name is Seyram J. I'm a first year electrical engineering student, and I represented Wesley Girls High School in last year's NSMQ.
Okay.
Benjamin Kojubachi. I'm a first year mechanical engineering student at the University, and then I represented the Advanced Film School at last year's NSMQ as well.
All right. So nice to meet you again, Seyram and Benjamin.
Thank you.
Did you guys have any nicknames back in senior high school?
No. For me, I didn't have any nickname. I just called Seyram, whatever.
All right. Okay, Benjamin, did you also have any nicknames?
Oh, yeah, I had one. They used to call me Spice back in SHS. Yeah.
Spice as in Ice Spice?
No, I don't know, but like, they used to call me that.
Okay, that's very interesting. All right, so Benjamin, you are sitting by Seyram, who utterly defeated you in National Science and Math Quiz Regionals, right? And then she didn't just, I'll let you talk about the defeat more, right? But then you ended up later on going to win National Science and Math Quiz, right? So sitting by here now, I mean, is that, did you take it personal or it's just vibes after all?
Oh, it's a mixture of both, I would say, because like right now, obviously, it's past us, so it's not really important right now. But back then, when it happened, we were really upset because we had put a lot of preparation into going to that contest, especially coming off a very morale boosting regional semi-final against Adisco. That was a very good victory for us. So we came to the finals with a lot of hope, but then it didn't work out for us. We lost the contest, as you said. And then the moment, like, it really damaged our spirits because we thought we were inadequate, but we let it boost us to put in even more effort than before. And then in the end, it paid off. So right now, it doesn't really matter anymore. But in the moment, it was quite a painful defeat to chest.
How was Infancy reaction after the contest?
Well, obviously, like, Infancy is a school that is known for putting like good performances in NSMQ. So whenever there is a loss of any kind, especially of the kind that we put up, the reception can never ever be a good one. So it was quite understandable to see the outreach from old boys, current students, even our teachers. Yeah, they weren't happy, but we had to deal with it.
Wow. And Seyram, how do you feel sitting by someone you destroyed
Oh.
a while back, and then just a few weeks later you see him taking National Science and Maths quiz champion? How do you feel about that?
Oh, right now it's all respect because we beat them in the regionals, yeah, but we didn't destroy them. Just that, yeah.
Okay.
So after the regionals, you could see that in their trials, after like watching stuff, you could see certain improvements. Because like I was really impressed by their performance after the watching. That was like after the regionals, yes.
Okay.
So you could see that they were putting in much work, they were correcting their mistakes and all that, yes. And at the end, they won the national, so you can see that they really put in much work and it yielded at the national.
Okay. All right. That's so much respect for Seyram. I mean, yeah. So I want you guys to take us back to where it all started, right? For you, Seyram, and for you, Benji. A lot of people look up to you. I mean, you won National Science and Maths quiz. That's for Seyram, you won the regionals. That's no small feat. And the person you beat ended up winning nationals. It shows how competitive you were. So people will be, who are these people? Like, how was their upbringing? Who are their parents? Were they having strict parents? Were they always learning? Or that's a myth people just unfortunately believe in? So, Benjamin.
Okay, well, back when I was even younger, I wasn't always like in my books, like a lot of people would think. Like I used to have fun. I used to have some friends. I used to be a very, very jovial kid. And then, yeah, I used to do a lot of fun activities as well. So I wasn't always like sat behind my book learning 247. But I was also a very, very, very competitive person. Like I used to do a lot of competitions with other people. Like I used to hate losing a lot, and I still do up to this day. But yeah,
Come again, you say you used to.
hate losing.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to hate losing a lot, and it all built me up to the person I am right now. So yeah, I haven't changed too much. Yeah.
All right. And Serum.
Okay, so for me, I would say that I quite had a normal childhood as Benjamin had his. But I was also curious, yeah, I was curious for sure. But I wasn't so much into my books, just as he wasn't so much into his books. Like learning or like taking a book would be like my last resource.
Wow.
Yes, because I would rather play with my friends and discover things around me than taking my book. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so you all realize that, I mean, they are normal kids like us, right? So it's just hard work that makes them who they are. It's not that they were born to be nerds or anything. They actually had a social life and do have a social life, right? But then, Serum, they say curiosity kills the cat. So, was there any instance that your curiosity put you on the verge of death or anything like that?
Oh, yes. Not really. But when I was little, I told you I was curious, right?
Yeah.
I used to spoil stuff a lot. My parents knew that I could spoil a lot of stuff because from, let's say, age 5 or 6, I knew I wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
Yes, because I wanted to know how things worked out. Like
Okay.
why some lights would turn on and beep, some things would beep and stuff. So I used to spoil a lot of gadgets in the house. Yes, my parents noticed that and they were always scolding me and stuff. But I think when I grew older to about 11 years old, my parents started giving me like sports stuff to try to fix.
Wow.
Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So your satisfaction from being curious,
Yeah.
spoiling that radio and seeing the stuff inside made you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any similar stories, Benji?
Oh yeah, probably not to the degree of how she's describing, but yeah, I also used to like dismantle a lot of things. I quite remember. I used to take up our pens. I've destroyed a lot of pens. I remember remotes. Yeah, things around the house a lot, and I think my parents were a little bit more lenient to me as well.
Okay.
There wasn't really dire punishments for like taking apart stuff to find what was inside. If anything, I was more encouraged to do that. Well, not like take apart really important stuff, because obviously that would come with a lot of downsides. But I was quite empowered to do what I wanted to do Yeah.
So your parents actually harvested that curiosity.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. And just so the viewers know, you both do engineering here at KNST, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then, Seyram, you did mention that you had a normal life, right?
Yeah.
But then we are aware that you were a twin. And then being a twin, well, I would having a duplicate of myself. How was being a twin? How was being with someone who looks just like you? Were you striving to be different, or how was it?
I don't know. I don't know how I should explain this because I don't know how it also feels to be alone. Like not being a twin
Okay.
is. So being a twin is like normal for me. Yes,
Okay.
because like there's someone always by your side. You're not always accountable. Like if something goes all wrong, you share the cost and stuff like that. And being a twin has really helped me because like we complement each other, right?
All right.
So like we on stage, I was so privileged to stay with my sister because like
Oh,
I don't know if I would have done it like much better with someone else. Yeah.
yeah.
Being a twin is just normal for me. It has helped me so much. Yeah.
All right. So it's just a matter of perspective. I would say, hey, twins should be some way. Oh. She should be like, hey, how can you come to this world alone and not be a twin? Okay, okay. I think that's awesome. So Seyram and Benji, coming to the university now, you realize that the university happens to be more free. It's like you have phones relative to senior high school, right? You are able to associate to the opposite sex. I mean, you both went to same-sex schools, and we are aware of that. How is that difference between senior high school and life after NSMQ, right? The freedom. Do you think your discipline has dipped a little bit because there's no one monitoring your activities and stuff like that? How have you learned to balance everything else now?
Okay, so just as you said, in high school, every single minute is structured, right? You know when to do what and when to do something.
Okay.
But in the university, you have your own free time. So you have to plan out what you do every day. You have to plan how you balance your lectures and personal studies and whatnot. Yeah, so I'll say that the freedom in the university really puts our self-discipline to a test. And that's because no one is actually watching you and you're accountable for your own deeds and actions. Yes. But for me, I tried as much as possible to inculcate some self-discipline in whatever I'm doing because if there's no discipline, you most likely not achieve your goals and stuff in the university.
Okay.
So it hasn't really affected me. The freedom in the university hasn't really affected me.
You say it has rather put your discipline to the test.
Yeah, and I'm trying as much as possible to live up to that.
Wow. What do you have to say, Benji?
Oh yeah, I agree with that again. And then I think, yeah, like you have been saying, it's a test of your discipline because now you decide what happens at whatever allocated time. If you want to study, if you want to go out with friends or something like that. So you have to like balance out your activities, make sure that you do the primary function or like you study a lot because that's the primary reason. This is a school after all. So you make sure you take your education quite seriously. But then if you want to, you could balance it with your social life. Just make sure that everything else doesn't affect your education too much. And in the end, your purpose for coming to school be fulfilled. Yeah.
Wow. So we've heard it from the contestants themselves. I mean, the senior high school was very structured, but uni is more free, right? So it's rather putting their discipline to the test. So to our senior high school students coming, we've heard it from our role models, and I mean, we're not winners of NSMQ in their own respective ways, right? So as we are coming to the university, we need to put that self-discipline to the test, as they've said it. All right. So this one is to Benji specifically. I've had some arguments with some of my, not arguments per se, but, well, I'll say arguments with some of my mates and even TAs. I'm also a student here in KNST, and some of them are like, no, your performance on stage was too good. Moving on to finals, and then you're just picking up biology questions, picking riddles on second clue. It's too good. But then personally, I believe they are undermining the human brain and the human capability. But then, I mean, you are here, so what do you have to say to them?
Well, regarding like our performances on stage, I feel like they are very normal considering the preparation we put in because we used to study a lot, prayers to weren't taken lightly at all. So
Okay.
I feel like based on the amount of effort we put in, the performance that we were putting out was and it was expected of us, to be honest. And then the questions we were getting right, yeah, it just happened to be like the questions that we had prepared for. So when they came, we knew what to do, we knew how to answer them, and then we got them correct, and all that helped us get the victory after all. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And then you say you prepared, and then after preparation, you went and then you realized the preparation actually paid off, right?
Yeah.
And then one particular concern was for the biology part, which you were very good at. But they ended up not doing the course related to biology. So is it that you realized that you had to put more effort in your biology, or that people didn't do well in biology, so you had to leverage them more? Was there any secret behind it?
Well, I think like people's observation of us doing better in biology questions, to be honest, for me, it's just a coincidence. Like in every contest, like it could be that on a different day, like we just happen to do extra better in the physics or like any other part of the contest, but we're doing better in biology. So it's not like we put in extra effort in bio and like put in less effort in the other subjects. It
Okay,
was
okay.
quite an equal effort. And on the days that we were doing the contest, we happened to be able to get those questions. So yeah, at the end, it all goes to attest to our preparation.
Wow. So it's a matter of preparation.
Yeah, basically.
That's good. So on this note, I want us to delve deeper into your comeback story, because you are saying that you prepared, and then after preparation you went to win, and so you saw it to be normal. But then I believe very strongly that you did prepare for the regionals where Seyram flawlessly defeated you, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when you went back, you realized that something was wrong with your preparation. I don't know what's happened, but then can you delve deeper into your comeback story? How did it happen? How did you end up winning National Science and Math quiz and being champions? How did it happen?
Well, like going into the regionals, we had studied quite a lot of material, and then unfortunately, as we also the result didn't go our way. So since we realized we had a little bit more time before the nationals, we put in even more effort than ever, intensified our religious lives as well, and then yeah, a lot more and a lot more preparation, studies, efforts from all stakeholders, ourselves, our teachers, old boys that were helping us. Yeah, in general, everyone put in what they had to do, and then when we had to go and deliver at nationals, it all went smoothly according to planning, and we were able to bring the trophy.
I love what you said. When we had to go and deliver. So it's not just a matter of preparation. Delivery also matters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's awesome. And Seyram, I mean, you've been on the same stage with him a couple of times, and then you've I mean, I'm sure you monitored his contest after you defeated him, and then his journey until finally going to win National Science and Math quiz, right? So how will you attest to what he has said? Like, do you support him? Do you think his win was that genuine? What do you have to say about whatever happened? What do you monitor?
Okay, so when they lost their originals, I could really see that they were sad and they were down and all that. They were at their lowest actually, because like if KH wins, which should actually follow or something, but they were the last actually. So I think I know that they put in much effort, and they went back to the drawing board and did their corrections, and
Okay.
yes, they put in much work, and yes, when it mattered most, they could deliver, because like when like they didn't allow their setbacks to define their capacity and stuff like that. So they really put in much effort, and they delivered at the national stage. So I agree with what he said.
Wow. Seyram is attesting to that fact. So all those who are not believing their win, I mean, this is someone who this was a competitor saying she saw the trend and realized that they actually went back to the drawing board and didn't make their setbacks define them. So you really believe that lose in the regional was just a setback and wasn't their maximum capacity, right?
Yes. Because like nationals is the main due. Like, come on.
Okay.
Even though we lost ours, I'm sure they losing their regionals motivated them to actually get results from the nationals. Yeah.
All right, that's that's good to hear. I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to hear much about that. So we'll shift a little bit to know what happened after National Science and Math quiz. How was life after National Science and Math quiz? Which was basically they coming to the university, right? So experiencing uni, um, how has it been so far? How was the shift? I mean, you were celebs all over, Benjamin, Seyram. I remember when we were watching the originals and Seyram won. I mean, people were posting her all like people who didn't know her were posting her and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure it got to her. She realized that she's trending. Later on, Benjamin, I mean, seeing his aura pictures all around. How was the transition into the university? How was it?
I think it was we had experience because in my case, my direct predecessors, the 2024 batch, they
Okay.
had also won, and then they had made that transition. So we had a lot of advice from them teaching us uh, how the transition basically is about
Okay.
the numerous eyes that will be on you, expectations, people coming to you. So we were on the lookout for things like that. So we try to protect ourselves. We try to brace ourselves against the plenty influences that we'd come against. And then I think when we came here, we have dealt with it quite well. And then it has been a good experience so far.
Oh, that's great. So you were well guided
Yeah.
and guarded against, I mean, the hype that comes and all those things, and didn't really make it get into your head, right?
Oh, no, not really.
So, based on this, you had experience because you were privileged for your predecessors to have won NSMQ. So, what do you have to say to perhaps this year's champions who will win? I mean, what do you have to say to them concerning their transition into the university?
They should, when they win, like, there will be a lot of hype, there will be a lot of noise around their names. But they should keep themselves grounded so that they can continue putting in the work because NSMQ is not the end of life. Like, you keep on doing more. So they should keep their heads grounded, keep on grinding, and then they should come to the university and then keep on putting in even more effort to do further exploits. Yeah.
Wow. So, NSMQ is not the end of life, but
No,
so you're actually not seeing NSMQ as your topmost achievement in life, but are actually
oh, no.
hoping for more greater things, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's brilliant. What about you, Seyram?
Yes. Before coming to the university, I was pretty much aware of what I was going to meet, so I braced myself for it. Cause like even when I came, the pressure alone was just too much to handle at the
Okay.
beginning. Like so many random people texting you, you're walking, and you're like, I know you, yes, and stuff like that. But I think it has subsided right now. Yeah, I'm managing it. Yeah.
All right. You were sharks back in senior high school. I mean, seated on those stages, answering all the questions rightly. Benjamin selfishly getting all speedways questions correctly. How does the transition feel now in the university? What are the expectations from your mates and lecturers in class when they ask a question? Is everybody like, hey Benjamin, Benjamin? How is it like now?
Yeah, the expectations are massive, to be honest. Especially like from my point of view, like now they ask any question, like you're expected to be able to know the answer regardless of whether you do or not. So yeah, people don't understand that at the end of the day, we're all normal people. All this is new to us. So we are back to square one. We're on level ground. It's not like we have an advantage over anyone else. So all that doesn't really like it's fun, but it's not too accurate. And then yeah, we just deal with it. Like we are used to it. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't think academically, based on a specific course you're offering, that's mechanical engineering, right?
Yeah.
Your NSMQ gives you an academic upper hand that you should be way brilliant and do so well compared to your mates.
Not really. Not really. Not nothing from an academic point of view.
Okay, Sarah.
Yes. For me, my course mates really expect that I shouldn't have any problem with certain courses or my studies. So I don't think it's not really the case all the time because like I really struggle with doing certain things, right? Like maybe when the lecturer is in a class and maybe he has taught a topic or something, like by then you should be able to understand everything. So like that evening you see so many people in your DMs asking you, okay, so when the teacher was teaching this, what did he mean and stuff like that.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to go back to your books and like revise and stuff before you actually get to the concept. So they don't expect that like you get confused in class or things like that. Yeah, but it's not really the case.
So you actually have a superhuman reputation to defend now.
Yeah. And it
Wow.
actually motivates you to learn up to the standard people portray you to be. Yeah.
Wow. Um, this question is specifically to senior high school students, perhaps JHS students too, who are watching you right now, right? Uh, fast forward to uni right now, right? Your current state. What do you see as a benefit from National Science and Math quiz? What do you think you did in National Science and Math quiz that has helped your life now? How has NSMQ added value to your life as at now, right? Why do you think it's worth it, and why do you think someone should strive to join? Yeah. Or perhaps not join.
Okay, so for me, NSMQ has taught me a lot, right? I've learned to become resilient. I will never give up on anything I'm doing. Like I will never give up because I've failed so many times in our training rooms, and I just have to come back and do my corrections and like go again so many times. And I don't think I'll ever regret doing NSMQ. If I had a chance to do it so many times, I would go for that. Yes, and it has also taught me to. It has also built my confidence in taking up intimidating challenges. Yes, so anything that sometimes I'm like, some people think things are so hard, and I'm like, hey, let's go for it. Yes. Because electrical engineering, I heard from so many people that it's so difficult, and I was like, okay, if it's difficult, let me go and do it and see how it feels. Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't think I'll give up doing anything that seems complex to other people. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you, Benjamin?
I learned from my NSMQ that you shouldn't always like let defeats hold you back, because you are very often capable of a lot more. And then also my NSMQ journey taught me a lot about teamwork, working together with others, because obviously there's three contestants after all. There's even more teammates in your team. So learning to work with them allows you to achieve a lot more than you individually would. Yeah, so teamwork, perseverance, and then discipline all in all. So the NSMQ also taught me how to put my head down and grind for something that I want, because nothing comes easy. Nothing good comes easy anyway. So you needed to put in much, much effort all the time to achieve your goals. And then if you do so, very often you achieve what you want to achieve. So yeah, I learned that as well.
Wow, that's from the contestants themselves, right? And then to Benji specifically, because of him saying that, I mean, he had to grind so much, and then he knew how to not limit himself when he faces a setback, right? Was there any particular moment where one of your greatest setbacks in NSMQ preparation? I mean, what was that setback, and then how did you not make it define you, but rather inspire you to achieve higher, and consequently winning the National Science and Maths quiz?
I'd say aside regionals, like right after was like at that time we hadn't been preparing like for NSMQ for some time, because we had to write WASI, so all the focus shifted onto WASI. So we were very rusty at the time. So right after WASI, I think like almost just about a week after WASI, we had some trials at I think at the school. Yeah. And then that day we had four contests. I did two of them. And then that day, like we didn't win any of the contests at all. And then it really hit me a lot, because I was thinking now we're at the business end of the year. We're finished for C, we're in the home run. So if this is the performance I'm putting in right now, there is no guarantee that will be so substandard at the national. So it puts a lot of doubts in my head, to be honest. But then I remembered my regionals. I knew that comebacks are just there to strengthen you. So I went back to the drawing board. I used Seyram's words, did my corrections, and then we were able to come back and do better in subsequent trials and even better in the national. So yeah.
Wow. So we all need drawing boards in our rooms. Drawing boards to help us come back when things don't go well. So it wasn't all shiny.
Oh, not even close. Like not even close.
Wow. That's good to hear. All right, so fast forward in the university now, right? Not university per se, but then in KNUST, you realize that there's a shift in curriculum from senior high school to the university in the sense that we introduce programming, right?
Yeah.
So I'd like to know your experience and encounter with computer programming, right? Where did you hear of it first before studying it in KNUST because it's in the KNUST's curriculum for first years? Yeah.
Okay, so I first heard about programming back in JHS, right?
Okay.
But I didn't really involve myself in it
Okay.
until November last year, where someone told me that I would need it in electrical engineering. So I started I think I started with Python, yeah. But here again, when I started, the syntax was so abstract, I couldn't get it. I was frustrated, and I stopped along the line. So I took it more seriously when I came to university, and I think things are going on well now after CJpy and everything. Yeah.
All right, so before I get to Benji, let me use this opportunity to tell you about CJpy. So CJpy is a bootcamp that has been made for senior high school students, actually everyone, to help you learn programming. In this fast-moving technological era, AI era, programming is very essential and pivotal because, even for the AI we use, it is computer programming that is used to run it. So CJpy helps you understand the syntax as Seyram found difficulties learning it. CJpy makes sure that our tutors help you understand it very well. And then our cohort 2 is starting on the 10th of September this year to the 9th of October. It's a 30-day program, and then we have limited slots. So please make sure that you put your name on the wait list at joincjpy.com. All right, so Benjamin, tell us about your programming experience.
Yeah, I first heard about programming in JHS as well. My dad introduced me to it, and then he was telling me about how fast advancing this world of coding and programming is progressing. Because where the world is heading, it's becoming all about AI, digitalization, programming, and stuff. Yeah, so he introduced it to me then. So I started learning a little bit. I think the first language that I didn't start with Python. Like the first language I was exposed to was Java. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I didn't like take it too seriously, and then it remained that way all throughout SHS until I came back to programming in the university when I found out that it was part of our courses. So now I'm really taking programming seriously again.
Okay. So you heard it from Benjamin himself. He actually did have the opportunity to, both of them actually did have the opportunity to learn programming way before the university at an earlier age, right? And then they unfortunately, perhaps fortunately too, they didn't take it seriously because, they got a chance to learn it again. But that could be a different story for you because with CJpy, you get to take it seriously because one, you don't want to let your money go in vain, and two, our tutors make sure we check up on you daily to make sure that your programming experience actually comes to a reality. Okay, so Seyram, you said you joined CJpy, right? So we'd like to know your encounter with CJpy. How was CJpy? How was the reception? How was the tutorial sessions? Or was it just like normal class? Would you recommend someone to join CJpy in general?
Yes, I would recommend someone to join CJpy. And this is because when I joined, I actually joined on the second day. Right? I didn't join at first because the reception was so good. It was welcoming and collaborative, and the entire tutoring session was so good because it had practice-based sessions, right? That allowed us to work on projects, and our mentors allowed us to be able to work on projects. Yeah, and I think that made concepts stick better than the traditional theory-based lessons and stuff. So I would gladly recommend CJpy to anyone. Yeah.
Okay. And so, Benjamin, you've not started CJpy or been introduced to Python specifically because it started with Java, right?
Yeah.
And then here CJpy is we'll be glad to have you join our course too. You think you'd like to try it?
Oh well, yeah, very much. I need to learn Python as well. So CJpy is probably the best option for me right now. So yeah, I'll be there.
All right, so this vacation, Benjamin has agreed to join CJpy. If you want to meet him during the sessions, you can join CJpy and be a part of this agenda, right? To make sure that digitalization and technological advancements in Ghanaian students makes Ghana a better place. Yeah. All right, so we are going to ask the contestants where they see themselves in 10 years' time in the future, right? A lot of senior high school students, we do know what we want to be, but sometimes it's infiltrated with what our parents have imposing on us and stuff like that. But I want to know what they actually want to be, what they wanted to be when they were children, and what they want to be now, what influence those factors. Did the NSMQ play a role in it, right? And then lastly, we want to know if coding, that's computer programming, is part of that future. So what do you guys want to be? What do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Okay, so for me, I see myself solving real world technical problems here, whether in innovation, technology, or engineering as a whole. Yes, and I think, and I'm so sure that computer programming will be a tool for me to facilitate those scalable solutions. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then me as well, I see myself as a person that would be very much involved in robotics, control systems, automation, stuff like that. That's what I want to go into. And so, obviously, in those fields, computer programming is basically essential. So, it will be a very, very important tool for me going forward. I'll keep on using it. And it aligns with what I wanted to do when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, I always wanted to come, grow up, yeah, do like fix stuff. That was what I used to think in my head.
Fix stuff.
Yeah, fix stuff, basically.
Okay.
So if when now I'm growing up, I'll be equipped with the tools to be able to do that, and yeah, that would be very, very good for me.
All right. So I want you to tell our younger siblings who are watching us, younger students from senior high school, JHS, perhaps the university here, right? To anyone who has this dream but thinks it's too big for them, it can't come off. What do you have to say to them?
Nothing is too big to achieve. Like if you have the right resolve and then you are willing to put in all the efforts, the dedication it takes to be able to achieve it, there is no reason at all why you won't be able to. Because all setbacks can be overcome. Setbacks are meant to be overcome. So nothing should be able to hinder you from achieving your goals if you are willing to put in the commitments needed to do it.
Okay. And Seyram.
Yes, what I would say is that you shouldn't wait for anyone to validate their decisions or whatever. If they think they can do something, they should go for it. Like they shouldn't relax, because they shouldn't hesitate. They should actually go and deliver in whatever area they find themselves.
Wow. So before I go on to the next and last question, where they'll be telling contestants, right, going on stage this year, how they could end up winning an NSMQ. That's from Benjamin specifically, and from Seyram's little experience. I want to re-emphasize some words I've learned from the contestants themselves, right? That don't let your setback define your full capacity. And that's from Benjamin. And Seyram also said that anytime you find a setback, go back to your drawing board, go and make your corrections and come back stronger. So Seyram and Benjamin, what words do you have to the contestants climbing the stage this year? They are going to represent their schools, the pressure and everything is there. The stakes are high. What do you want to tell them?
Yeah, so for me, I would say that they should focus on the main reason they are there. They shouldn't allow any distractions from the crowd to get to them. They should trust in their preparations and enjoy the moment. Yes. In as much as they're enjoying the moment, they should give it their best. Yes. They should trust in their partners and give it their best. Yeah.
trust in your partners, and give it your best. All right, Benjamin.
Yeah, I'd also like tell them to be willing to put their heads down when things aren't looking too good, because things can change anytime at all. So they should be they should be aggressive. They should be open minded. They should always be ready to pounce on any opportunity at all. And then who knows, they'll go very far. They might do very well. If not, it wasn't planned. But if they're able to prepare or trust in their preparation, they should be able to go very, very far in the contests. Yeah.
Wow. So things will not always go so smooth, as Benjamin has said from his experience. So be ready to pounce on every opportunity that comes your way. All right. So it's been a great time. It's been a pleasure with Seyram and Benjamin. Do you have any shout outs to anyone?
Well, I'm here because of my friends, family, parents. Yeah, so I'll just thank them for empowering me to be here in this moment. Teachers, guardians, loved ones, everyone. So yeah, those are basically the people I'd like to holler at right now.
All right. And then Seyram.
Yes, my parents and my teammates from Eagles 25. That's my NSMQ team back in
Okay.
West Eagles High School. Yeah, and my friends in the university, my classmates as well. Yeah.
What about your compliments?
Yes, yes. I saved the good one for the last
I
year.
mean, the best for the last, they
Yes.
say.
So lastly, yes. Shout out to you. Yeah.
So you just heard it from Benji and Seyram. NSMQ was one chapter of their life, but a skill that is carrying them and even to the next 10 years is coding. And that's exactly why we built CJpy. CJpy is a 30-day bootcamp starting from 10th of September this year, 2026. And our aim is simple, to empower you young kids, to help senior high school students, to help actually everyone learn programming, especially in this fast advancing technological era. So our slots are very limited, and then you want to be one of the first people to book your slots in the link in the description below at joincjpy.com. Note that when you join, you will really not regret it because our tutors really have the patience, as Seyram said, to ensure that you understand it with projects intertwined between sessions. And note, CJpy is very affordable, so anyone at all can join. You need zero skill, zero Python knowledge, zero programming knowledge to join, and then click the link in the description below and you'll not regret it. It's been a very lovely time with you, Seyram and Benjamin.
Thank you.
We hope to have more conversations with you and, fellow stars to inspire us, right? To inspire us to achieve more. This is the CJpy podcast, and I'm Chris, and I've been your host. Let's keep learning, let's keep building, and together we shall definitely lead the future.